On learning management systems. And I'm privileged to be amidst such talented pool of educators in this room. Because all of you are the key decision makers in your respective educational institutions, and especially when it comes to adapting technology, I think you are at the helm of the affairs in terms of decisions regarding learning management systems. Now, the reason that we chose this topic along with Decor Media was that there's a lot of confusion per se, or in terms of understanding key differences between a typical learning management system and ERP solutions. I've been meeting a lot of educators, a lot of the heads of the institutions, and there's still a lot of confusion in terms of distinguishing clearly between a learning management system and an ERP solution. Because during COVID, what happened was most of the institutions either use Teams or Zoom classes, Zoom to conduct the classes. And to them, LMS, Learning Management System, is using a live, app or a media to converse with students the way we do conduct classes. And still most of, people believe that LMS is actually using Zoom or actually using Teams. So that's one. Second is that typically the LMS has unique features and functionalities these days. Most of the LMSs today are SaaS-based, cloud-based learning management systems, thereby providing immense amount of features and functionalities to all of us. And since all of you as leaders are aiming to create that innovative differentiation in your respective colleges and institutions, it is very important for all of us to actually brainstorm amongst us in terms of key features of a typical learning management system. Because a learning management system essentially is an academic platform. It purely deals with the academic activities in a learning environment in any institution. So I think one of the topics that I would like to put in front of you, and we will have discussions across the room with all of you, to understand what are the potential features and functionalities that you as educators are looking at. Because most of the learning management systems today provide content creation straight on the platform. They also provide a wide variety of assessment tools on the system, grading tools, which includes auto grading, which saves a lot of precious time of the faculties, which otherwise is used in mundane administrative tasks. Immense amount of artificial intelligence-led tools that help the institutions and universities to actually identify huge, humongous databases and identify at-risk students. Also take appropriate action using artificial intelligence to disseminate additional learning material to such students who are at risk. And of course, use data analytics in the best possible manner to ensure that proper teaching and learning is happening. Also, I think I'm sure all of you are aware that the University Grants Commission has, on 5th September 2020, they came out with a regulation for online education, which also now I think is important from the perspective of most of the institutions going fully or partially online. They have to abide by those regulations. So it's very important that all the institutions actually work on a learning management platform that is 100% compliant with the UGC regulations. So today, the theme of discussions, I think, would be what are the features and functionalities typically you actually think that in the educational institutions and in the academic delivery of education are important, that technology can help run that very smoothly and successfully and efficiently. And what are the options available to us as in India, and how do we adapt technology to ensure that not only we are a compliant institution, but also use technology to best of its functionalities for all the faculties, administrators, leaders, students, and everyone who is part of the learning ecosystem. So that's the whole theme of today's discussion. So what I would do is we'll go around the table, and I'll request Bala sir to give your perspective on that. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Bala Subramanian. Actually, Moodle does. Moodle is a free open. I don't think I'm on a sales pitch. It is actually open source software. Every university, international universities, they have Moodle learning management system in their university. What is so, what really caught me to Moodle was, it really fulfilled the entire aspect of blended learning. And I need not explain what the blended learning concept is with the elite audience, but what this Moodle learning management LMS does is, it delivers whatever the teacher wants. The teacher has the liberty to deliver a video lecture. The teacher has the ability to give written notes, and the teacher can assess. Assignments can be delivered to the student, and the student's progress can easily be visualized from the teacher's dashboard. Suppose if the student is unable to, even the scrolling rate, the rate at which the student is seeing that PDF file, the scrolling rate is documented and sent across to the teacher. And if the student has any difficulty, all he has got to do is highlight that concept. And automatically the teacher gets a mail or information within from the Moodle. It is a self-contained software, so they can address these issues in their future discussions. And moreover, another aspect is evaluation methodology in Moodle is stupendous. No software can match Moodle in the evaluation methodology. It gives the teacher option of evaluating the student using multiple choice questions, short notes, fill in the blanks. All these things can be done, and it has a browser which is called Safe Exam Browser, wherein the student can take up examination using the browser built into Moodle. So the advantage of Safe Exam Browser is the student won't be able to browse any of the website using that browser. The student won't be able to copy and paste in the browser, and the timer will always be there. So this is one platform which really fulfills the aspirations of all teachers like me. And it can be hosted in a cloud. It can be hosted in a local intranet solutions, and on top of it is very easy to maintain. It is not so expensive because we are not paying any license fee. All we need is a server. All we need is knowledge transfer. That can be done because every college, every university should have a club called Moodle Club. Internationally, they have a Moodle Club, and the club is active in creating content, in maintaining the site. That is how progress can be made. Instead of going in for proprietary software, I tried out 2 or 3 proprietary software. None of it matched up to Moodle, honestly speaking.
Great, sir. Thank you so much. I think, yeah, there are 4 international players besides Moodle. 3 other, Blackboard, Canvas, and D2L. And I think Moodle is a very good solution, and there are nuances which have come up on the other platforms, I think worth considering. But yes, Moodle is a good platform. The idea is to use an LMS, whether it is Moodle or D2L or Blackboard or Canvas, doesn't matter. But what is very important is to use digital technology in delivery of education.
At affordable price.
At affordable price. Of course, at affordable price, and be compliant with the regulators. Absolutely important. You're right, in terms of what you mentioned, there are plagiarism softwares that are like Turnitin, and which takes care of plagiarism activities, and of course proctoring solutions that are also available, which takes care of 100% proctored conducting of the examinations. There are a variety of assignments, assessment templates that are now available, with growth in the variety and variations of assignments that a typical institutions today gives. All those varieties are available. Artificial intelligence-led tools are available now. So a lot of nuances are there, and they're worth considering whilst the delivery of education. But if you're happy with Moodle, fantastic. The idea is to actually, also evaluate nuances which are coming up in the modern age learning management platforms. Fantastic, sir. Thank you for your inputs. Ma'am, to you, please.
Hey, Geeta, Principal for Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. As per my view, I'm a principal for teacher educators. First thing I would like to say, it is a software we are uploading the content and students are using that. We all know that in different way for evaluation and quiz program and so many activities we are doing through that. So my view is, I have seen during lockdown so many students in media, a remote area, this is, awareness is very less, they don't have facilities. So we are enjoying only in city side. So our focus should be on the socially poor people also, what we can do. When we have seen that so many students have told that we are not having net connectivity, we don't have mobile phones. And when Tamil Nadu government has announced 60% only they can write for 10th standard exam, 40% has been reduced. No? For that also they didn't have material. Through our college B.Ed students, we are prepared, and as much as we have distributed throughout Tamil Nadu. So like that, I feel everyone has to come forward. Only we city people are enjoying now. What about the rural? That is my questions.
I have a small
G.
counter to give.
G.
I don't believe in city and rural divides, sir. Honestly speaking. Let me tell you, last week when I went to the remote village down south, I was able to buy something using my GPay, and the speaker phone in that shopman told me, tells the shopman that 15 rupees have been credited to his account. So that is the amount of penetration, rural penetration currently it's available. Second issue is, during our COVID time, the teachers were trained. Actually, I took 3 months to train our school teachers to generate learning resources. And their mean age was 52. And then what? All the remote school teachers, they were able to deliver very good content. And that was broadcast in TV. Everyone would have seen those lectures, and what the teachers did a wonderful job during that COVID times. They are receptive to technology. We sit here and artificially speak of rural and urban divide. There's nothing called rural and urban divide anymore, sir, honestly speaking.
And I agree with you, sir. The gap between the rural and urban divide in terms of technology has thinned down. Today, if you go to any rural area, you would find most of the people using smartphones. They have access to internet, they watch movies, they use YouTube absolutely comfortably. And especially youngsters, these students, fraternity and young adults, they're using internet comfortably because of the accessibility of internet in these locations and usage of smartphones. Therefore, reaching such kind of population through internet, through digital technology, through learning management platforms is absolutely possible. The only thing is, we need to ensure that proper information, communication, motivation is provided to the students and learners in these areas, so that they're able to use technology in the right way. That's it. Beyond that, I think accessibility, as sir mentioned, I think there's not much of the difference that is between the rural and urban area in terms of using of technology in smartphones. That's what my personal feeling is. Maybe other speakers could put their perspective on.
I will also add to that, sir. Or something like that. They may not know how to pay, or they may not have an online account. This is where we face the problem. Otherwise, what I used to say, allow your what to do the things. That's all, simply. Parents, sometimes they may have some issues with payment and other things. It is nothing to do with, as we all know, it has been reduced quite a lot from 2020 to 23.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And I think the way people are using internet banking, you go to rural areas, they're using internet banking absolutely comfortably in terms of transfer of money. You must have heard about a place called Jamtara in Jharkhand. There, they're using technology for frauds. So all those calls you get from fraudsters to steal your money is from a small village called Jamtara in Jharkhand. And they're using technology, sitting on trees, and they're using technology to do fraud calls to all the people across the country. So people are now moving to that stage that they have started understanding technology. So I think that is not a major cause of, it may be cause of concern in certain areas, but it's not a major cause of concern as far as I personally feel. The only thing is that we need to have proper communication and motivation to these people to use technology for their own benefit in terms of learning and teaching. Sir, sir, please.
The data consumption itself, if you see, has increased by almost 18 times. Right. 18x is what we are talking about. We talk about the smartphone penetration in the country. It has gone 3 times, 3x. Smartphones are now being used by the people. And you're talking about an entire spectrum of it, because 5 years before, when you were talking about the smartphone penetration, you were talking about tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Right. the next leg of penetration, the wave which has come, it has gone to tier 4 and below. That's where the 3x came from, right? UPI payments, you mentioned some time back.
Right.
We all know what our total GDP and everything is. The UPI payments in the last, this time has been 1.5 trillion. 1.5 trillion is what the UPI payment transactions were, okay? And if you look at now today with the advent of all the 5G penetration which is going, and the spectrum which is there, this accessibility to internet and the digitalization is definitely nobody is going to be able to stop. It is going to go to the last leg of the pyramid, all across the demographics which are there in this country. Now we can keep debating about it, that whether students are still having an access to these systems and all. But if you honestly see, who are your consumers at the end of the day? We as an educational institution, our consumers are Zoomers. The Zoomers is the socio-economic class of people who you are catering to. And they have an access to mobile phones and smartphones.
Right.
The problem is not with the Zoomers. The problem is with their parents, who happen to be coming from baby boomers category probably. So that is where a little bit of reluctance may be there, which may be there. But they also have caught up very fast, by the way. There are enough and more people who have come across the scene. They are pretty much very savvy with the mobile phones. They don't even need the laptops to access to their make my trips of the world. They don't. They are fine with their mobile phones. The penetration is there. But any which ways, we are not actually attacking that category, because they are already taught. They have done whatever they want to do in their life, and they are settled in their careers. We are talking about their kids. Their kids are the Zoomers, and they are the ones who would be using these technologies and whatsoever. So I just thought I'll park my thoughts there.
No, I think absolutely perfect.
I come directly to our stakeholders. Madam rightly said, I'll join hands. I myself handle with a lot of trouble the Google Meet. Wife taught me, my wife, use Jamboard. Arey Baba, Jamboard, I have to write that. I use Jamboard. I don't know. Professor knows well. There are subjects in aerodynamics, analytical paper. I don't know how many of you are handling, which may not be possible, as Madam said. They cannot reach out. 100%. I have experience. I deal with low speed, high speed, fully analytical. Professor is there. Like subject like jet propulsions, GDJP. I'm sorry, because since you're talking about higher studies, but I go back to schools actually. Schools, if they make the platform, the base strong with maths and physics, not only higher studies. So what's higher studies is fine, I enjoy. I myself attended NPTEL course, right, throwing my degree, everything, sat down in a nook corner in Coimbatore. I went, sat down, I wrote for 2 hours. Everybody, youngsters left by 1 hour. I was there. For information, Professor knows I use slide rule for my engineering, not calculator, slide rule. It was a difficult time. I was not knowing how to use it. As he said, I have some love. Yes, I want to be an exemplary for my faculty to show. You also do it. Last year I did an NPTEL course for aircraft design. What I wanted to say, since it's a question of higher studies, until otherwise, some chalk and board should go on in analytical paper. Even that morning I discussed with the doctor. I've forgotten the politician who came there. I become a friend. He's running a school. I said, pathology, no doctor can do it. Anatomy, no doctor can do it. There, we keep saying this. Until I was they work out. I'm on the impression 50-50. I enjoyed with the Jamboard. I was able to show all my students the technical problems in design and aircraft. As an video clip, I used to show them what happens in the aircraft when it comes for takeoff, all catastrophic. However, 50-50 only, as you all said, and you said net banking, everything, fine. I also agreed. Sitting at home, I opened a ENPS, I did all transaction, all right. But the money comes from my student. The student, they are not paying. There's a hard-earned money of the farmers, coolies, everybody's hard-earned money. As mad, I join hands with mad. If it doesn't reach us, all people are not well-to-do. That's what
During examinations time, no, we have reduced the timing for much. It is their part. I can agree, so many rural people have improved in everywhere. The spending is a problem with some of the parents. That is their part. I am not telling fully. As Sir said, it's partly it's going on. Yes.
But gradually, I think that gap is reducing day by day. In troubles initially, when we talk about rural areas, they will be there. I think it will take a little while for them to get accustomed to this kind of single learning, but this is the future for all of us. I mean, as simple as that.
I'll just support the whole argument here. That sorry?
I said my practical experience.
It's you, not an argument.
It's exchange. That's what I wanted to convey.
Okay, I take the word argument back. The exchange of ideas in that, I'll just share one of the points here in this, that what we are trying to say here is that not everywhere, tier 5 or tier 6 or 7 cities, the penetration has reached. Nowhere we are saying that. There are issues which are there. Now, whatever those issues are, we are inching much faster than what we used to do 10 years back. So that is how 18x has happened. That is how 3x has happened. That is how 5x has happened. So we are progressing very, very fast, and reaching there is the whole point we are trying to mention here. Now, as far as the other part is concerned in terms of money, etc., transfers, etc., now, see, these are affordability related issues. This has nothing to do with technology, by the way, right? If somebody's money is there and they want to put in that kind of a money into this program or some other program, that's a function of your customer's affordability. It's not a function of whether they are capable of doing a transaction on the phone or not. That is not the point here. So if somebody wants to sign up for a program, they can go to a university where the fee structure probably is just about X, and there would be another institution which would be there where the fee structure could be Y also, which could be 5X maybe. But then they would not sign up for 5X because they can't afford that. So it's affordability concern. So just what I'll submit here.
Yeah, actually what we are now discussing is how effectively can we use learning management system with them, right? So that is completely, whether internet is there or not is another matter. And I personally feel I have used LMS extensively, and it's not, right now still mobile phones are not the solution for LMS. We have to use a regular laptop and other issue. We have to think about those aspects. LMS is here to stay. We have to use LMS. It will definitely help us. Sir said we may not be able to teach all aircraft design. Yeah, right. We can only give them some, even I am a mechanical engineer, so I understand. We can only give them some models and things on, and you can load them in the LMS. And we need to take classes. That is a different thing. But still, so much work can be saved. See, conducting examinations, conducting internal assessment tests, conducting quiz, conducting all that. It's very, very helpful. I have used LMS even though I am a registrar. I still take academic classes even today, and I have used them along with my students. I have found that it's not difficult at all. All of us can learn. It's not at all difficult. Not only Moodle, sir, even Canvas, so many things. I'm not trying to, I understand. Yeah, so when we look into those things, even other things, so many, because today if you see, as far as we are concerned, I've asked all my faculty to undergo NITTR classes, right? Every one of them, they understand it's so easy for they teach us how to operate, how to use an LMS. So integrating LMS into our educational system is very, very easy. That I think they are in that process.
You mentioned, and Sir also mentioned about using LMS as its features and functionalities in typical engineering college scenario. We have experimented it in the medical college scenario. My colleague Mahesh sitting there. You know, Mahesh for the past, I think 8 to 9 months have been working on modifying the learning management platform to suit the requirements of new medical council, which is NMC. NMC has come out with a concept, and they will implement it in the next academic session, which talks about CBME, or competency-based medical education, which actually enshrines that every MBBS student has to record a log of all the activities he does in a typical day, including his theory classes, his lab, his dissections, his history taking of patients, and everything. And that is to be co-endorsed and signed by the respective dean. There are other nuances that they have implemented, and everything has to be digitized. There are some 8,000 competencies per academic year of medical college that needs to be linked to the contingency assessments. Physically, manually, it is next to impossible for each and every medical student, and there are hundreds of students in a typical medical college, to track individual medical competency attainment. So we have worked out, Mahesh has worked out a solution, and we have taken 5 medical colleges in India. We've implemented that, and it has been fantastic results. We are presenting it shortly to the NMC. So everything is doable. It might take little, initial pain to modify the system to suit our specific individual college requirements, but this is doable and possible. Making life easy for the academicians and life easy for the learners, and also at the same time ensuring compliances with the regulators is what we are looking at whilst using learning management plan. Sir.
What I think the outcome. Let me first introduce myself. Myself, Dr. Sanjay Singh, Dean, School of Engineering and Technology, Dhanlaxmi Srinivasan University, Tiruchirappalli. So we are talking about learning management system. We need to understand that today we are talking about digitalization, today we are talking about LMS. So it has become our necessity now. And we also discuss that many of the people, they are not in a position to approach that particular technology. Even today, when the student is having a smartphone in his hand, that the student is coming and he is telling me that, sir, I want to go outside to ATM and then I will be bringing hard cash and then only I will be submitting it to the account section. Whereas LMS is already available. We do have KMO software in our campus. LMS is available. His friends are depositing their fees and all by using that LMS, but he is saying that, no, I want to go. When I am asking them, why do you want to go? No, sir, n number of reasons as per his justification he is presenting. Now the necessity, when it comes, everybody learns. So this necessity came after COVID. We all know that some years earlier, we are thankful to our Narendra Modi Prime Minister that digitalization has taken over everywhere, and this digital payment and all. Earlier we were thinking that in our purse, before going out from the home, whether money is there or not. Now we are thinking that whether we do have card and pay our mobile or not. That's all. So this necessity is reaching to each and everyone. The moment necessity is reaching to even an uneducated person, he or she is ready to learn. So this particular part is there. So pedagogical approach, now we cannot say that this changes of digitalization we will not be able to adopt. No teacher can say that the change in teaching methodology which needs utilization of ICT tools, we will not do. I will be going. Though some rigid persons are available still. We are asking that why you are not using PowerPoint. No, I am not comfortable. I am very much comfortable in chalk and board only. So this rigidity, and also some of the persons, they may tell that this difficulty is there, that difficulty is there. But when the necessity comes, the same person is in a position to adopt that technology. So learning management system, it is integrating teaching, learning and assessment. That education system needs teaching and learning. And teaching and learning, how it is going on, we need to know about related to assessment. We can understand that before utilization of any of the tools, how hard work manually we all were doing. That manual hard work has drastically reduced by using these tools. And technology means what? Technology means providing comfort. In less time, if we are in a position to get the same output, which I am getting it after 7 hours or 8 hours of work, that I am getting within seconds, within 10 to 15 minutes, I am able to analyze each and everything, the data. It is giving comfort to us. So, advancement of technology should be taken in a positive note, and also those people who are not in a position to access it, we should think that how it should be made accessible. Day by day, nowadays, even we have already discussed that village people also, Sir has discussed that many of them, they are using net banking. Sir has told that it has increased, UPI payment has increased more, multiple. So it means, slowly, slowly it is becoming accessible. Now, attitude also needs to be changed. So, LMS, certainly, it has helped a lot to the all educators. And this advancement of technology it is bringing free and fair assessments. Free and fair assessments. Earlier, we all are human beings, we make mistakes. But those mistakes absolutely is ruled out. So I feel that learning management system helps the education system to make it more smoother and more fair to the stakeholders. Thank you very much.
One more thing I'd like to add. Hope I'm not taking away most of your time. But here, hopefully, I don't want to be misunderstood. I've never thought that LMS is going to replace your classic blackboard teaching or class teaching. This LMS is supposed to supplement and complement the classroom. So if the message, if I would have sent a message that LMS is a panacea, it is going to change your classroom, sorry, it is not going to change. But what it does is, it gives the student an opportunity for repetitive learning. So he can access those lectures again and again and again. Then, next aspect is, as a doctor, we used to spend huge amounts of money attending conferences just to learn a few surgical tricks. Now all the conferences are empty because of what? YouTube. All the videos are there in the YouTube. So these conferences have been done and dusted because of the availability of the YouTube channels. The next is, 10 days back, I don't know, many of you will be knowing about Feynman, a famous physics professor. He's actually an age-old man. Feynman actually wrote a classic book on physics. And I had chance of accessing his video lectures. The man who was classic blackboard teacher had migrated himself to digitalize his lecture. It was a sight to see. A 70-year-old man hanging in the rope and trying to explain the concepts of gravity. So that is, as a lay person, I said, I was inspired by him, because at this age, this guy is hanging in the rope and talking about gravity for the audience, digital audience. The next is, here, city, we have large number of professors, capable teachers. What about the rural institutions? They should have access to this enriched teaching. How will they get? LMS gives you that solution. A student who is in Madurai, student who is in Ramanathapuram will be able to access my lecture if you have LMS going. So that the role of LMS should not be misunderstood as a replacement of classic classroom, but it should be understood in the concept of trying to reach the unreachable.
Absolutely, it's complementary and supplementary to the classroom teaching and teacher teaching, actually, physical teacher teaching. So let's delve a little differently to the assignments and assessments, which is again a very integral and important part of the learning management system. So your views about the assignments and assessments using learning management systems in today's context. So what do you think about it?
Yeah. Before, I was just supplementing some of the arguments and some of the ideas which were being discussed. Now, introducing myself, my name is Vishal Kurmas. I work as a CEO with Watson University, Hyderabad. And in my university, let me share a little bit of a peek into what we are doing there at the campus. We had been using all this while, as a standalone institution since 2014, we were using Moodle all this while. And gradually, we are moving towards something better for sure, which is going to be a plus version of Moodle, what we are using. Haven't decided yet, because we are on our own digitalization journey in which ERP implementation is going on as of today. And we went ahead last year itself, so implementation phase is right now. It has not come to a live state as of now. So which is why we took a pit stop and thought that let's finish the ERP first, and then we'll move into the LMS part. I mean to say LMS in terms of changing over from Moodle to something else. So as of now, we are using Moodle. Now coming to the question particularly about the assessments and everything, I think all of us would definitely agree here that today the bandwidth which is available to the faculty is just not sufficient. They don't have the time and they don't have that kind of a bandwidth or everything available to make sure that they can manage such kind of a workload which is there because of the various things which are happening, various statutory requirements which we are as an institutions supposed to fulfill. Now, if that is the case and they are so tied up, then you need to have a solution in terms of freeing up their bandwidth also. Okay. Now, how do you free up their bandwidth, particularly when it comes to the case of assessments or the gradings of the students and etc. It's a very laborious process, right, to get things done and all of that. So if you have a system in place and you are able to automate few of those things, it really, gives that bandwidth available for your faculty to work on something more constructive. Maybe research. If research is your next big thing for your university to take it forward, then you would like your faculty to work on the research part then, right? Similarly, there could be many other things which could be there. It depends upon the evolution of every university that which particular area they want to focus on, and hence they would use the bandwidth there. So clearly speaking, I think as far as the assessments and grading is concerned, that is definitely freeing up, making the system more efficient. It is making it consistent. There are no niggles which you would be feeling because there is no manual work which is left there, and it would be able to there even if the faculty changes and somebody else is replacing. So you are able to see that continuum in the entire system because of that available. Second important part, which also I would like to highlight as part of this particular question which you asked, there are various learning styles which are there, which we all know, and I am not an academician honestly because I don't come from academics background. I come from a corporate background of about 23 years, and then I moved into the education space. From the last 4 years I'm doing this. But you definitely know much more than me, in terms of whatever the learning styles are there of the students. Now the various learning styles are there where something clicks for me which is very visual in nature. Something clicks very well for someone who wants to read and write. They like reading and writing certain things, Somebody is more good with for example, design students in my university. They are more, I think, touch and feel is what they are more interested in. They explore things with the touch and feel, and they are able to get that learning right. And some are more about, I want to learn this professor. This professor is really, really awesome, and I want to learn hear his lecture out, and it is more auditory in nature. So there are various ways and means in which the learning style of each student is. And there is no one thing which is going to be there which will work for all. So one size fit all approach will not work. Now in that kind of a scenario, you need a LMS system who can handle all of these learning styles of your students, because only one particular style for one student also is not enough. Yeah. So each one student will have probably a combination of 1, 2 or 3 styles which would be there. And you need a system who's capable of handling these learning styles eventually, which eventually should reflect into their assessments, and eventually it should reflect in their kind of learning curve and the progress they have made so far. So that ways, that the whole integration, if you see, that LMS is something which is going to be the solution for these kind of issues.
Absolutely, Daniel, sir, because today LMSs are using artificial intelligence to actually match the learning style of the individual learner with the capabilities that are available on the system. So if I'm a slow learner, you are a fast learner, obviously I would need additional help from the system, and that artificial intelligence detects that I'm a slow learner, therefore I need some more time to complete this particular module, and I may need additional resources besides what is available on the platform, and it automatically forces and sends those additional resources to me. Even in terms of assessments, there are so many variations and nuances that have already come into many educational institutions. For example, when I talk about my LMS, it has 11 types of templates of assessments and assignments, and they have all the varieties. match the columns, true, false, fill in the blanks, short answer, long answer, all varieties are available, and you could pick any one which suits your typical learning assessment style, and as a teacher or faculty, use any of the templates, provide the assessments. It also helps you to create bulk question banks, and all those facilities of
Team through and the entrance test they have to go through for all the new prospective candidates who want to take an admission with us. The randomization and other things, proctoring, etc., all of that is something which is definitely required. But when somebody is already there at the campus and they have onboarded at my campus and they are running through a program which is a 3-year, 4-year-old program at the university, what you see is the style of each faculty also sometimes is very different. You know, so it is required.
It differs from individual
Yes.
to individual.
And it is varying from schools, it is varying from departments, it is varying from programs, and it is varying from the faculty also. One faculty is very, very good in terms of giving those, what you call those, they finish a module and they have a online quiz towards the end of it. You know, they love that kind of a thing because that person is probably new age and they want to do something like that. And that LMS has to support. Similarly, there's another faculty who may not want to go for that kind of a quiz, but they want to do something very different. They want to gamify it as a concept. You know, so they try to do the gamification of that learning concept for them, and they want the LMS to support them in that, right? And then there are other traditional approaches also which are there, which are anyways you already covered.
No, absolutely. I encountered one of the faculties in one of the institutions in India giving video assignments. What they did was they took out their mobile phone, recorded a question in selfie mode, and this was immediately put on the LMS. Students were supposed to respond back again, answering in a selfie mode, recording the answers and putting back on the LMS. And teacher was at his ease to evaluate those video assignments and evaluate online and the task system. Teachers were excited, students were even more excited because this was an innovative idea of doing a video assignment and recording your answer on the walk, sitting anywhere else. So such kind of innovations are also happening in terms of assignments and assessments, and also in gradings. Multiple gradings and variety of gradings are also now available. Sir,
Good evening, sir. Just a minute.
Please agree that LMS is an essential tool for our teachers. Typically, we need not go on.
Yeah.
So I think we can get.
Sir, it is mandatory, sir, as per.
Now what I request is,
It-
how we can utilize the LMS more effectively.
exactly.
First one. Second thing, we need to analyze the problems for the students while using the mobile for learning. See, thousands of students are now in queue with the eye doctors. They lost their eyesight, eye problem, neck problems, so many things. And then we can find an alternate solution for mobile. When I discussed with my students in Engineering University, 80% of the students do not have a laptop or systems, XRT at their home. They are city people. 80% they don't have. They are using mobile. All the time, every day, 10 hours they are using mobile. How their eyesight will affect it? Then the LMS, what is the purpose? We upload all our videos and questions and answers, things, etc. So even at classroom, I have gone through hundreds of classrooms in private institutions or universities or government institutions. Classrooms are not at all equipped with ICT tools. Even schools, some schools I found 100% projectors are there in the classroom, and universities and institutions do not equip with the projectors. They cannot play any videos from Google or videos they are recorded, etc. So this is the time which we all can come to conclusion that the educational institutions should invest. They want to construct buildings, but they don't want even one projector in the classrooms.
Okay, in this content, I will tell you one thing. I am Dr. Hitesh Joshi from Bhagwan Mavi University, Surat. I am only one person come from north, all are from south. And south is so much far ahead from north. I think you all use LMS from 2004 to 5, maybe, sir, using 2004. But North Indian hear the name after the COVID. And after the NEP, they will implement an LMS because in NEP, any student of 2 degree at any time, regular or online mode. So North Indian people thinking about LMS now. They not know about LMS, ERP, everything. I think 90% university not use LMS. They only use ERP. After COVID, they will thinking about that. So that is one.
Ma'am, you were saying something. Yes, let everybody speak something. Yes, sir.
Please. Principal faculty of Allied Health Center from Chettinad Academy of Research and Education. So we are using the LMS from the time of inception of the institute. Right? So it has been a long journey with in-house Chettinad LMS system so far. So since we have medical, allied health sciences, nursing, pharmacy, physiotherapy, all these colleges, recently they have moved to CAMO. Madam will explain about CAMO and MyCAMO software. So this has been created based on our need. Whatever we need, based on that they used to create, and then they used to update and upgrade, again based on our need, whatever needed. It is not only like a system, it is, we call it as automated academic life. Like, we need to get into system as when we join as a faculty or student, and then you have to go along or the system throughout the period of stay there. So for the teachers as well as the students, probably it is good where we put our content and then they used to see whenever they want to see. Apart from class hours also they can able to access it. But this is mandatory and which is very good in the improvement of every individual students. I agree with sir, every individual students are like, differ in their learning pattern and expression also. Assessment as well as submission of assignment and assessment of examination point of view, differs with every individual student. Whenever we started with Google Classroom during the COVID period, so it is all transparent, right? They used to submit, we used to assign them the marks. They used to see the assignments are whatever we give them, they used to compare and see, sir, you have assigned me less mark compared to the other student. Okay. And there may be some cut, copy, paste, and also based on that, our assessment thing is also differ with the individuals. That is where we face the issue. Like when it is transparent, we cannot, justify ourselves even sometimes. So that is where we face. In case, if the LMS system serves the purpose of individual criteria like, learning, expression, and assessment of every individual faculty in different programs or courses or whatever subject we teach, if it is taken care of, then it will be good. It will be really good. Sir has told about the different evaluation system and then patterns are different for every individual. In that case, it will be very good. Otherwise, it is very difficult for every individual faculty members to go along with the assessment and other pattern of examination and other things.
I am Dr. Lakshmi, Dean of School of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Chettinad Academy of Research and Education. I defer to some of the points. Though mobile phone is causing a lot of health issues, we should accept that more than a need, it is a necessity. So same way, I would like to say that LMS has moved from need to necessity. So as sir was telling, it complements, it supplements the teaching, learning activity. I have extensively used Google Classroom to share the materials, to share the PowerPoints, and I will say many times I have shared all the YouTube videos. That again satisfies the video learner. So we were talking about different kind of learners. Apart from slow learners and fast learners, we have auditory learners, we have visual learners, we have kinesthetic learners, writing learners. So it fulfills everybody. And I teach for BPharm students. They have multiple choice questions. They can easily they are very good in short answers and long answers, but they are very, very poor in multiple choice questions. So I sit in the weekend and I do my homework and I can prepare a lot of assignments, assignment 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can schedule it. So it provides us to schedule at least a month before. We can schedule them, and in fact, it allows us to give different kinds of assignments, and it also has a rubrics where you can even give marks based on the rubrics. tools. And I have also used online quizzes. Actually, I get more participants for the online quizzes, and once they get the leaderboard with the winners, and it's like a Kaun Banega Crorepati, fastest finger and fast giving. That's very exciting for the teachers as well as for the learners. And there is another app called Hot Potatoes. I have it in my desktop. Everybody thinks it's a game kind of, but I prepare my crossword puzzles using that, and I share with the students. So I definitely, whether my students have learnt or not, I have a very good experience and I enjoyed it. Even in fact, you can take a TEDx videos and we can ask questions in that and we can share with them. And Padlet is kind of wallpaper where they can share their ideas and views. And I have learned how to send the certificates attached with the feedback. It was not known some 4 or 5 years back. So definitely I'll say it's an effective tool, and it is not enough bringing everything in one Camo software. We have a customized learning management system, and that is an in-house developed learning management system. We used to go to class only with our mobile phone, and that too we don't touch that just for without that we cannot live, so we go there for the class. We have everything equipped there. We take class as such. We can upload from home, and there I can download. Even students have the accessibility to download the PowerPoint. But of course, our learning management system has a limitation, like we cannot give assignments, and assessments cannot be done with that. That's the reason why they are slowly switching over to the Camo software, where we have an option of giving attendance, their assignments, any circulars can be sent in that. So it provides, so it is differently customized for them, separately for Allied Health Science, separately for BPharm, separate. That is how it works out. But as far as my point of view is concerned, I don't think one single LMS also will not be sufficient. We should first have the interest in adopting. The teacher should not be reluctant in learning. See, if it is for the students, earlier they were not writing computer-based test. Now, our NEET or JEE, every competitive exams, we are forcing the students to take up the computer-based test. So, we should be the first person to change. Only then we can ask the students to change. So, of course, health should definitely, eyesight should be taken care of. Either they attend the regular class or the online class also.
Become an ophthalmologist.
That too for gout arthritis of hands. That is why everyone is using mobile.
Yes.
Morning till time to sleep.
Yes.
20 years later, all of them will be visiting orthopedic surgeons for gout arthritis and fingers.
So I thank actually the learning management system, all Swayam NPTEL, for providing me an opportunity to have a horizontal learning, because I was only good in vertical learning. Now I could able to speak about different concepts, horizontal learning. That is all because of this tools only, online tools only. So I thank.
How many of your video lectures are in your classroom video lectures?
I have actually I have been taking around 6-7 subjects since last 4-5 years. Yes, sir. Video lecturing, I have prepared only PowerPoints. I have not made video lectures, very few video lectures.
Can be converted into studio.
Yes, definitely.
As I showed in the meeting, 7 hours of lecture today, automatically it will be video lecture.
Yes.
And then go to the website.
Yes, anytime they can have the access. We have e-content in website. In website, we have uploaded few e-contents. Not everything.
I'd like to ask, in 2021 and 21-22, the 2 years our school education was highly affected. Not only school, I assume that +1 and +2, these 2 years they did not attend.
Yes.
They joined this year, first year they are doing now. And they don't know the basics.
Yes, sir, definitely. I agree.
Any mathematics, chemistry also okay. Mathematics they don't know.
No, chemistry also they don't know, sir. I'm teaching from valency of carbon.
Is there any solution for these students in our higher education? Anybody has done?
Yes, I have done it, sir.
What?
I'm handling second year, subject called low SPR language. I have to repeat +2, 10th. I'm doing it by such also.
This is very small. You know what we have done? 300 hours of +1 subjects, 300 hours of +2 subjects was recorded in our studio. 600 hours of lecture +1, +2 syllabus we have recorded. And then we have given to the students when they join first year. You did not know +1 and +2 really basics. So learn all these things first 1 or 2 months and then come to the first year. This is done by Engineering University. I have not heard any other institution.
Yes, initiated by our Sir Viswanathan sir. All the staff members, 45 minutes recording. Sir only has taken effort for that.
Enormous effort. Our university spends a lot of money. On Saturdays, Sundays, these first year teachers recorded their +1, +2 syllabus. So the basics we taught them to us and gave to the students by website also. They can learn all the basics and come prepared as a foundation course. So this should be our aim. Using LMS, this should be available for our students anytime. So let us move like that. Let all your institutions equip with this kind of recording system first. 13 years before I established this system in Agri College. Still it is working. The moment the teacher comes and teaches, the camera and projector both are on, it gets recorded and then it will be uploaded to the website. This is still working effectively. And I have installed this system in many colleges. Vivekananda, Balaji and MGR, everywhere I am installing it. So this is a small expenditure, 2 to 3 lakhs cost for the classroom, but extensively useful for the students. So this LMS here is the platform for maintaining all these recorded lectures. And we have created animations, we have created graphics, and collected videos. These all things are combined. Please, next. Sir.
Good evening to all. Myself, Dr. Valarmadi, Dean School of Electrical and Communications from Beltech University, Avadi. Thank you very much for the opportunity given. I agree, sometimes not disagree with somebody's opinion. As far as Beltech University is concerned, as Dr. Viswanathan sir told, we are having 120 classrooms. All the 120 classrooms are equipped with projectors with and Wi-Fi facility and other recording, not recording facility. We are having a studio at our university. We have started developing e-content facility per department, 2 courses per semester, like that we have scheduled, and it started last semester. So this is the thing, and we are having our own learning management system developed by our own faculty, which is called as VLearn, Beltech Learning Management System, VLMS, Beltech Learning Management System, where everything is completely online. Students' course registration, semester registration, attendance details, and then internal assessment marks, then student feedback about the faculty, about the codes, everything is being taken only in the learning management system. This is meant for the academics separately and for assessment separately, which is being taken care by the controller of examinations. For all other examinations, question paper setting, everything is being online made and it is being delivered to the things. This is happening for the last, because I have joined here 5 years back, it is happening last 10 years during this course of time. And very happy that every classroom is provided with this facility. E-Content Studio, last week from IIT Madras, a team of faculty visited our institute for this content through NPTEL, that Mangala Sundar sir. He came and inspected our studio and appreciated like anything. It is more than what they have in IIT Madras, and they are helping us to develop the e-content facility for each and every course, like that he supported. And then we are having, all of you are speaking about different learning styles. Exactly, we are classifying our students in terms of slow learners and then advanced learners. For slow learners, 18 credits, enough it is there. So it is, then for fast learners or advanced learners, 28 credits. So that we can give more attention to the students. They need not fail. 18 credits they can complete, and slowly from first year onwards, if you are giving the second year, they will develop to some another 3 credits we can give extra, so that they cannot, they should not have any fear, because sometimes they may be coming from different language platforms they have studied, because ours is a university where we are having students, more than 11,000 students spread across almost 23 states of the country, because from Andaman, other states, and then Nigeria, Ethiopia, Syria, a lot of foreign countries are there, and then other states, mainly more than 75 to 80% of students are from Andhra, and language, the Nepal and every students are there. So that we'll be giving some of the platforms to have some 18 credits at the minimum stage. It depends based on the previous semester results, current semester continuous internal assessment test, and the mentor we are having for every 18 students, one mentor we are putting based on the mentors and the course handling faculty feedback. Accordingly, we can classify the students into different capacity learning. Then we are providing this type of number of credits. Slowly we are increasing the credits to maximum. They are not stamped only as slow learners. They will be progressed from the slow learners to mediocre learners, then to the fast learners. Finally, at the end of we are following completely CBCS. 11,000 students means 11,000 students are having a different timetable. Classes starting from 7:45 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the evening, two different timings, 7:45 to 3:45, then 8:45 to 4:45, so that the different faculty groups will be coming at two different spells, and they are taking care of the students. And we are having the law also in our campus, and then media communication is also in the campus, and the e-content facility is developed by the media department, and they are helping. Lot of faculty are available in the department to help the other program faculty to develop the e-contents. This type of, so that it is not only LMS only, we have to go for a hybrid learning. Wherever necessary, in the same classroom, we are having board, we are having projector, everything. Parallelly, we can teach both the things such a way that it will be much helpful for the students, as well as some challenge for the faculty to prepare questions. So in the learning management system, we are having what Madam said, we are having quizzes, we are having assignments. Everything will be posted only in the thing. They will also submit in the same management system, will correct and give the mark in the same LMS system only. So that students are adopted, and they are having, there every student must have a laptop. We are told at least more than 75 to 80% they will have laptop. Remaining students only, they will have mobiles. And initially I find it very difficult, because in our college there is no normal telephones at all, only mobiles, and then all communications are through mails or WhatsApp only. So without mobile, no information. If you are 1 hour, we should not see the mobiles, means we are lagged by at least something. We cannot miss some of the communication. Yes, sir. Some communication, some
heart attack.
Yes, circulars or something else we might have missed. Meeting timings, etc. We might have missed. So we have to be with that, but at the same time we have to take care of the things also.
Great.
So this is the thing which is happening at our university. We want to explore, because the customization needs, commercial LMS or some other open LMS will not be suit our system sometimes, because we are having multimedia, we are having law, we are having commerce and business administration. Likewise, lot of different programs and different courses are there. So for which a commercial LMS may not be suitable. So here we are customizing to our needs, and they are developing our own software by our own faculty with the help of the students. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Great, madam. You are like a spokesperson of EIT, like finance minister. Sorry, LTech. I'm sorry, sir. The slip of tongue. Sir. Like finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman, you are giving a budget report. Very nice, madam. Our Nehru Institute also, he gone one step ahead, only one point. He started making use of for this mass communication. He made a big theater. Whichever teacher wants, lively, happily take them inside, show some clippings of latest song, straight away go to subject. That also one way my chairman told that introduce this 100 rupees for certain issues, otherwise it's free, you're doing it. This is one way of asking the student to learn.
Last 2 months we have visited NBA NAC committee as well as NBA committee. We have got A++, and when all those expert committee members we have taken to the studio, and they have recorded their feedback about our university, and we are keeping it. So whoever the experts and other some people comes, we will be taking to our studio and taking their views as a recording, and we are keeping it.
Excellent. Great.
Thank you, sir.
Great, great.
Dr. Satish. Good evening. Myself, Dr. Satish Kumar, Principal, Sengundar Engineering College, Tirchangood. I agree with the LMS. We cannot avoid it. As all the speakers told, we start to enjoy it. This is the time to start enjoy the LMS. All the advantages, disadvantages, everything discussed. Everything having its own pros and cons. As our professor told, it is a time to regulate it. as we agree all to go for LMS, now it's time to regulate it. How long a student can be with the mobile phone. So that we have to regulate. That we can inform the students. At the same time, this LMS definitely give the customization of learning and also teaching. The teachers can teach the students and load the content whatever the time at free of time available. And as a principal, I enjoyed it. As madam told, it is very difficult to find time for learning for a principal, as I experienced it. So night, 9 o'clock, the NITTR, some of the professor told NITTR, I completed the 15 days course because of only this LMS available in place. Thus we think about the COVID. If the technology were not in place, how this education industry would have run. So as all the speakers told, I am also for the LMS system. Knowing is knowledge, doing is skill. For knowing part, this LMS 100% will support. For doing part, by the technology, now we have augmented reality and virtual reality. By using these technologies, we can make it some extent possible. But it cannot never replace the regular teaching learning process. So it will be an augment. Definitely LMS will augment the teaching learning process. So definitely the technology should be in place to make or to enhance the LMS more effective in the days to come. Thank you.
So you may conclude it now, sir, right?
Yeah, I think the time.
Finally, all of you should may be knowing that I was the first person in India banning cell phones in the campus.
Sir, we are taking all of, I'm Dr. Hema, Principal Faculty of Nursing from Dr. MGR. Morning we take all the mobiles from the students. Every class the students deposit the mobile and in the evening only we give it back to them. Of course some defaulters are there, they dodge us and they have it with them. But if it is caught for 2-3 days, I don't give the mobile. Let them abstain from mobile for 3 days. And just 2 minutes, sir. As far as nursing goes, we all know that students work in the ward more. And learning management system, as far as it goes, during COVID only, Tamil Nadu Nurses Council, in order to provide content for the students, 26 nodal colleges were formed. So under 26 nodal colleges, we had 3 colleges. Every senior college had 3 colleges down the lane, and we were all connected through Google Classroom, and every college they were given some subjects to prepare the PowerPoints and we had to submit to them. And these PowerPoints are vetted by the senior person in the subject, and it was shared to the nodal college, and nodal college responsibility to share to the down 3 colleges or 4 colleges what we had under. So we had the privilege of nursing college, Faculty of Nursing, Dr. MGR. We also functioned as a nodal college for both BSc program and MSc nursing program. And by the end of the PowerPoint, we had 2-3 slides with questions or MCQs for which the student had to answer, and everything was done. The whole year we could prepare the timetable and share the PowerPoints. And all these PowerPoints, it was made by all the colleges in Tamil Nadu, and we were free to use it. And now we are adding content to the slides, and it becomes, we can use it, it becomes our, we can give it for our students. And as madam told, for the students, I used to ask, how often do you want to have your scheduled test, MCQ for evaluation? So during the COVID time, for my subject, students were telling 1 week every week we wanted to have the MCQ test. So I used to, as madam told, I used to schedule the test for the students and post it. It was a graded test. MCQs were given and students enjoyed it. And one more thing I wanted to try with the students was, the students were asked to write the test and the exam, the written exam, and the first student will send mail to the second student. Second student will send mail to the third student. We had given the instructions clearly for the students how it has to go. After the 3 hours test, the question paper, the answers has to be scanned and it has to be converted into PDF and it has to be sent to the next student. And the second student has to correct the paper and send it to the class teacher to see whether they have corrected it properly. So this, I just wanted to try it out to see how the student corrects the paper, so that twice, once he will learn, once when he's correcting, he will learn. So twice he is learning the content. So next time, I say 2 times I wanted to try it out because I do understand it is laborious for student to scan and email the content and all. So next time I told it will go reverse. So the last person, 50th person will send to 49% like that. Then I conducted a survey using a Google form, some questions to ask, did you correct the paper honestly? So the previous student corrected your paper. When that paper came to you, did you correct it honestly? I got 4 or 5 answers saying no. He didn't give me mark, so I also didn't give mark for the student. So these are the things, behavioral things also. As learning styles are important, we also have to consider the behavioral aspects of the students also. How do they react to something which they get? So that also we have to see. So I've just prepared the survey results and it is sitting on my computer. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And I think I'm the only nurse here among all senior engineers. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I think wonderful discussions, and what emerged from the discussions and different views was that LMS definitely is a must for all of us, all our institutions, and that is the future of teaching and learning today. But there are nuances, there are varieties of each and every feature and functionality of the LMS, be it content creation, be it assignments and assessments and grading and rubrics, to gamifications and automatic certifications. And one aspect which perhaps we could not discuss because of paucity of time was use of immense amount of artificial intelligence-led data analytics. And that is also a very, very important aspect of LMS. Data analytics, which is auto-generated by advanced learning management systems, actually helps the institutions to have a bird's eye view of the performance of each and every individual student, plus the group of students, class-wise, grade-wise, as also the faculties who are teaching different categories of classes, how they are teaching and what has been the responses. So I think that is also one of the aspects that is going to become very, very important. Part of the learning management system is to have detailed, deep analytical study of each and every individual student's learning journey through the learning ecosystem, right from the admission till the time he becomes an alumni. So I think fantastic inputs from all of you, wonderful inputs, and it is truly my pleasure to moderate this session. Fantastic views, a lot of learnings for us, for me individually, and I'm sure all of us are taking something back with us from here. And I think let's be in touch with each other and share the nuances that are further coming up in this area, in this sector, and help each other to grow better.
Certainly.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
My last word, let us join together hands and let us build up the nation with all the efforts, with the LMS, chalkboard, all the system. Let us build up our nation. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.